Hey Cancer, welcome to your April 2024 weekly reading. It's going to be a reading from April 8th until the 14th. I hope you're all doing well. We're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. Definitely a big week. Got an eclipse this week. Mars conjuncting Saturn. There's a Mercury Cazimi. So there's a lot of energy here that is all culminating this week. So let's take a look here at your cards and see what the energy is here for you for this week. You have the Tower here in your challenge. I feel like this Tower is like you may be kind of fearing like the worst case scenario. I'm not going to say that you fear that all the time, but I do feel that when it does come to like unpredictability with things, it's like that could be something that causes like an anxiety, or that could be something that causes you to fear like the worst case scenario. I feel like the universe is like wanting you to know that you're a lot more in control of your reality than you think you are. And if I sound weird, it's because I just woke up and I just started doing readings. So, but I think you're a lot more in control than you even realize at this time. And I do feel like this will be a good week. I love that the Death card is here in the outcome. Not that it's like in the present energy, and not that it's in the future, but it's in the outcome. Because it's very much linked to what an eclipse is. Even if you think about like an eclipse, eclipses represent change, right? It's the polarity of change, right? The nodes. And they always represent, the points of destiny, and when things must change, where we must let go, and where we must be redirected in order for us to get back onto our path. And I see that's exactly what is happening here with this Tower Death card energy here together. Now, some of you may be wondering, like, no, that's bad energy, the Tower and the Death card, don't listen. There's a lot more depth to tarot than you even realize if you actually know tarot. But I do feel like this Death card in the outcome, this is like the transformation that is happening in your life. And everybody's going to be going through this Death card archetype. So it's not just you, right? But I think this transformation is what's actually going to lead you to this Eight of Wands energy, because the overall energy here for your reading is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is when our mind and our intellect is functioning in a way to where it's very positive. Everything feels expansive. Things are happening quickly. We feel like we're moving forward and we're creating momentum. We feel like there's quick success and things are going without, things are moving forward and there's no resistance. And this is the overall energy that is happening for you for the week. You're going to be feeling like this synchronistic change, like this domino effect I'm picking up intuitively of change here. You pulled the Palace of Cups here in your current energy at this time. Palace of Cups is really like the type of environment that you're in. So say, for instance, like the Palace of Cups can be like a meditation center, right? Or, I don't know, like a yoga center, or like, it doesn't have to be like a separate environment from yours. It's like wherever you're at. It could even be at home. You can create the Palace of Cups, right, in your own home, or wherever, or you can go to a place that's already has this energy, right? But I think this Palace of Cups, this is, I'm kind of picking up, if we think about what the cups represent, it represents like water, reflection, introspection, spirituality, emotional stability and comfort, right? And you feeling nurtured. So I feel like this time, it's like you're trying to do the best that you can do to put yourself in a nurturing environment, or to create a nurturing environment for yourself here. And I like that the Palace of Cups is in your current energy, because I feel like there is like this nurturing energy that is happening here with you, and you are the sign of nurturing, and so you could be doing this to other people, but I think it's also like you're receiving it too. I think with this Tower being in the challenge, there is this energy here to where, the Tower is like, it's actually allowing ourselves to change. Like the Tower represents when we're clinging to structures and the ways of things that no longer are fit for us to be able to operate in, and either we have to get real with ourselves and change it, or the universe will literally change it, right? And then you get hit with that Tower moment. You're like, oh fuck, So this Tower being in the challenge, and with your advice being the Seven of Wands, I feel like the universe is saying to stand up for yourself and have the courage and the strength to break yourself out of like these limiting like structures that you may be finding yourself in at this time, right? Like but it's also like, it's like disrupting the equilibrium that you're on. Like if you're finding yourself in this weird equilibrium of like, towards like, you can shift to like a higher frequency, Mars is the disruptor, right? It disrupts the equilibrium. And these are two Mars cards. the Tower and the Seven of Wands, right? Seven of Wands, Mars and Leo. The Tower is the archetype of Mars. But your advice is like Mars and Leo. It's to be confident, be bold, be assertive, take charge, be your own authority, and go take action in the direction of what it is that you believe in, right? And not fear, change. You have the Magician here in the future position. I think you're finding solutions here throughout this week, right? The Magician is as above, so below, being the conduit of the divine. He has all the tools, and he understands that he is a pure channel and a conduit of the divine, and he can channel anything, right? He can manifest anything. I see you really in that energy here for the week, really focusing on figuring out what solutions, or focusing on solutions here, and you're actually starting to make progress with your manifestations. And at the end of the week, you do have the Death card. So I think this is the change here and the transformation and the alchemical process that has been going on. I'm picking up for you for quite a bit, with this Palace of Cups being in your current energy. But I feel like you're coming out on the other side. But definitely there is a change here. I mean, this week does represent a big change when we talk about the astrology. So you have the Six of Swords here in the position of something that you're unaware of. Six of Swords is my card of, this is when you have to get open-minded, right? In order to move through any type of turbulence in your life. This is Mercury in Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about being eclectic and trying new things, experimenting. And Mercury is the mind. So this is like experimenting with newer ideas, newer thoughts, and newer ways of thinking. And also, not just the newer thoughts and the ideas that you're getting, but like actually applying them, experimenting with them. And I feel like if you do that, it's like you may be shocked that, I don't think it's going to be like a huge shock factor, but I think you'll just realize like, oh, like this actually works, or this is actually working. You pull the third house card, it says messages. A lot of mercurial energy in this reading. You have 3 Mercury cards, right? So Mercury, the intellect, is being highlighted, the mind. Eight of Wands is Mercury, the Magician is Mercury, the Six of Swords is Mercury. And you pull the third house, which the ruler of the third house is Mercury, right? And the third house is all about how communication, well, third house is about communication, so there could be some communication coming here for you this week if you've been looking for it. Others of you, this is about like your own ambitions as well. The third house isn't just about communications or communication. It's also like ambition. It's how your thoughts and feelings flow toward yourself and other things, which create desire, which creates ambition. So if you're ambitious at this time, or if you're finding yourself wanting to be more ambitious, I see Spirit is like wanting you to step into your ambition. The Seven of Wands as your advice. You pulled this believe in the impossible. Yep. I think some of you, it's like you can't count yourself out. I feel like the universe is definitely not wanting you to count yourself out. That Magician in the future is like saying, it's like you have to understand that you're a conduit of the divine, and you can channel and manifest if you have the right concentration and the right mindset with the Six of Swords. You pull this miracles happen, give the universe your clear intention. So again, there may be some things that you're maybe fearing won't work out for you, or you won't be able to get what you want, or you won't be able to make it through the other side, or something like that. But I think things will turn out a lot better than you expect. Let's clarify this reading, Cancer. Clarify the Eight of Wands for Cancer. You have the Death card here. I'm telling you, I knew this Death card was already like something that you're moving through. See, y'all just think I'd be saying shit. I know what I'd be saying. The Eight of Wands and the Death card is the overall energy. You have the Death card here and the outcome. This is you making it through the other side, right? If you think about the Death card, it is the archetype of Scorpio, and the Eight of Wands is Sagittarius. Well, Sagittarius comes after Scorpio, right? The Sag energy comes after the Death archetype, right? Comes after the Scorpio archetype. Which once you go through the transformation, new beliefs happen. You're able to, you come through in a more, you become self-educated about the transformation, and you can use that knowledge and apply it and step forward into new adventures. I think that's exactly what's happening here. Clarify this Palace of Cups in your current energy. You have the Eight of Swords here. Yeah, a lot of you, Eight of Swords is when you're stuck in the mind, right? Eight of Swords is when our mind is actually working against us. And so that's why the Palace of Cups, the water elements, like sometimes it's just about like not being in the mind and like being more so like for some of you in this current energy, I'm almost picking up that there's this like you needing to, like you could be really focusing on your own well-being rather than, you know, being stuck in the mind. Right. So for some of you, I'm seeing here, like this is about trusting your intuition and connecting back to your emotional body rather than being in the mind. You have the Empress here in your challenge with the Tower. Oh man. I think you're desiring certain things, right? The Empress is actually Venus, the Venus archetype, and Mars and Venus are in the challenge. It's like understanding what it is that you value and you desire, and I think the challenge is like going for your actual desires and the things that you value. Clarify the Seven of Wands, you have the Two of Swords. Yeah, Two of Swords is like as long as you're honest with yourself and you're following your integrity and you listen to your own inner truth, you know, that's what you can rely on to take action in regards to the things that you do believe in. You have the Knight of Swords and the Magician in the future position. I think some things may happen quick this week. I was feeling that quick energy with that Eight of Wands, and you pulled the Knight of Swords and the Magician. This is where the mind is really focused on solutions and is figuring things out very quickly and doing things very quickly. And that's what I'm seeing happening in the future position or throughout the week here. And also, if you're looking for communication, I do see you getting some type of communication. So if you're looking for a response or any type of external communication, I feel like that will happen. The Nine of Cups, Six of Swords. Also, one thing you may be unaware of here, like Nine of Cups is when we have to like have faith in what it is that we're trying to receive. And with the Six of Swords, it's like having faith in our own ability, like changing the way we think and opening ourselves up to actually be able to receive and move forward. Sometimes we can just hold ourselves back. Clarify the Death card, you have the Tower. Boom, there you go. I knew that had a connection as well. Yeah, this is definitely the change here. Let's see, let's extend this out, because I feel like the outcome is like, yeah, there's a big change coming. But I think it's a breakthrough that you've been needing or wanting, or it's just like finally being able to like move one of these obstacles out of your way that have been keeping you stuck. Yeah, you have the Fool card. So there's definitely a brand new beginning here happening for you. Page of Wands here. I think it's going to be something that you're going to be very excited about, or it's going to bring that sense of passion and enthusiasm and that sense of liberation. And you pull the Five of Pentacles. I feel like it's bringing a sense of liberation, and I think it's like you're willing to open yourself up to the possibilities of what you can create. You're willing to open yourself up to the possibilities of what can be accomplished here. And the Five of Pentacles is when again, it's Mercury again in this card. So when we're using the mind and the intellect to be able to figure out and find solutions about what do we value, what it is that we want to create, how we can become more prosperous, how we can find the beauty, how we can understand and relate to things on a deeper, beautiful level. And I think that's what you're doing. You're allowing yourself to go out and create what you actually desire here. And there is a sense of liberation because it feels like something, it's like an obstacle that's been in the way that is being removed. So, I'm going to pull you one more card here, Cancer. Actually, you have Shine, Love on Fear, Love will light up the darkness. So, yeah. I feel like that's a message for you to internalize yourself, Cancer. So that's what I got for you. I'm going to leave your reading here. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. The readings are on sale at this time, so if you want one, I'll be sure to get one before the sale ends. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do so. Also hit the thumbs up button if this video resonated with you. And if you want to be notified whenever I upload your videos, be sure to click the notification button bell. And otherwise, in that, Cancer, I will talk to you later.